Hello, this is another Mighty Minute video, this time on A-class people hire A-class people, B-class people hire C-class people. You might know that. I've been knowing this quote for many years, but now take this into a dynamic system as we have at the moment. Take this quote, which is relatively clear, somebody that is A-class is not afraid of hiring somebody that is as good or even better, because the A-class person does not have fear. He has that, so the contrary of fear, I usually use the love, the heart, and B is afraid, is afraid, and C usually is also afraid. So so B class is afraid that C could actually overtake him, so he hires somebody that is not as good as him. So a B class person will never hire an A class person. Now take this into our area, and now we know that the elites want to have control. This is kind of the hugest threat to us. So this is the hugest threat to us, to our life, to our well-being. Now the elites take this quote, which they know very well, and what they do is they position people in system-relevant positions that are B-class. That means these people have no other possibility, especially once they have been supported, by and maybe have been already started to be a little bit corrupt, a little bit dishonest, then they are in a swamp and they cannot get out because they are afraid. So they have been moved into positions, and I come to who they are, into positions that are above their head. So they're into positions that they usually would not get, and they have the status, they have the money, they have the power, and so they hang on to this. And now these are politicians. Obviously, they wouldn't find a job as an independent, hardworking person. Those are also managers of relatively large companies, shareholder value companies. So they have to be people that either they are playing in the elite and then they might be A-class, but if they are kind of this middle management, if they are B-class, then they are managers of companies, and they are very prone to be influenced, manipulated. And the same applies to journalists, and the most perfect of all are the scientists. Because if you have a B-class scientist, then he is counter science. He is not creating wisdom. He is not creating because he is in that position and he wants to maintain his power and not the truth. So probably the worst of person are actually in that, because it's really perfid, that is so bad. You have a person where we think, the mass thinks, oh, he's a doctor, he's a professor, but he is in a B-class position. He, as a B-class person, he is in an A-class power position. He's in an powerful position, and he will hang on to that position, and that involves his, as with all the others, it involves his reptile brain, and wow, he will hold on to this position forever. And that is the system we have, allowed to be created, and that is the system we are facing now. You might, when you hear this, you might actually sense, oh yeah, that's the reason why there is no university professor in politics. Oh, that's strange. And why are, there's the Peters principle, where you come to a position where you are kind of you're useless, but you stick to that position. You want to hold on to that position. And so this is this is mind-blowing if you, the first time you see this, and you then discover that actually your world, the world around us, works exactly like that. Sorry, I got carried away. 5 minutes it took me. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.